Good morning. I was invited to give a short description of our Doctoral Training Unit Data-driven Computational Modeling and Applications that we have established at the University of Luxembourg in cooperation with the LISA Institute here in Luxembourg. And I would like to get started right away with the theme of our doctoral training unit, which is about data-driven discovery. And the general approach here is to take advantage of recent developments in working with data and using that data in order to get better predictions for certain models to engage in discovery in various sciences. And as you can see on the left, the typical cycle of data of discovery in the sciences has recently, over the last couple of 10, 20 years, been enriched by the fact that a much wider variety, volume of data can be used, can be processed. And we observe that there are a lot of mathematical, procedural, and algorithmic commonalities to this cycle of data-driven discovery. And therefore, we would like to take advantage of that fact and use the conceptual drift in modeling that we see in the various disciplines and try to overcome the limitations that go typically with just model calibration tasks by engaging in the so-called data-driven model identification, where there is essentially no a priori knowledge about the model itself. The characteristics of the model are generated and extracted based on the available data. So as I said, these things are only recently available, have developed over the last 10 years or so, and go back on the same commonalities. And that is exactly how the doctoral training unit, which aims at educating doctoral students and training these doctoral students in this core of, let's say, methods, techniques, and technologies. And that core is the center part of our otherwise very application-oriented approach. So you can see on the right here, on the outer, there are the various disciplines, the very different institutions involved in Luxembourg here. So we try to incorporate not only the university, but also our Luxembourg institutes. Some of them are officially involved, some are involved at the operational level. So we are very happy to have a wide range of researchers engaging this and supporting our doctoral students. And at the very core of all these various applications, which are tangential to computational physics and engineering, computational biology and the life sciences, but also computational behavior and social sciences, the very core of that goes back to applied mathematics, computer science, and these common approaches that are, let's say, very similar and create the core of what we do in the doctoral training unit. The doctoral training unit right now consists of 22 doctoral students. 19 of them are thankfully funded by the FNR here in Luxembourg in the PRIDE scheme, which is the, let's say, the general scheme under which this doctoral training unit lives. There are 18 PIs from all these different institutions, faculties involved. So the characteristic of our training unit is really not only interdisciplinary, but also interinstitutional. And while that may appear in the beginning as a challenge, which is a challenge, it is also very enriching. And the experience that we made in the past is that we have very interesting exchanges due to the wide range of applications, and then identifying that all these interesting findings that we see go back to very similar roots. If you want to know more about the DTU, you see here the website where all of the interesting information is given. And I think some of the faces that we have here to the right, we will see later today, and I am very much looking forward to the presentations that will come. And thank you all for being here.
Professor Zilian, thank you so much. And what I'm getting a real sense of here is a very strong foundation. I'm a gardener, so I'm thinking of it like the earth, which is your core skills in mathematics and all those computational science in-depth knowledge that allow you then to have the flowering that is all these different sorts of applications. So what we wanted to do today is we wanted to create a vision of the future, and we wanted to show the people in the room what computational science might do to address future challenges. Challenges which, as Professor Zilian said, where we do not have the data, but we need to develop the solutions. So how are we going to do that? And what are the most pressing?